Well, I said I wasn't going to record any of this, but I've come too deep into it, and it's kind of hard for me to explain what's going on. In the previous video, I was showing the front axle. So today, I came out here, like I said, I was going to adjust the slack adjusters and the not the S-cam, but the brake chamber. I cut the rods off. Again, I cut about 1 inch to 1.25 inches off of each one. Then I got in there and started adjusting it, and things just wasn't feeling right. I was cranking down on the brakes, and then when I tried to back it off, it didn't seem like it wanted to back off. So I had to come out here and pull the wheels off to see what the hell was going on inside the drum. So let me show you what I found out down here. It's very bright out here, and I don't know if you can see it, but in this axle up here, I've got grooves. I've got the spring up here, I've got the shaft between the two springs. The shaft between the two springs is here. I got a spring on the top and a spring on, it's one spring with a little shaft in between the two spring parts. And the spring is actually digging in to the axle. So let me show you what's going on when I crank down and open up the S-cams. And I want to show you what happens. All right, I'm going to open up the brakes. This would be the position that they would be turning right here. And typically, the other day when I opened up the brakes and took a picture of this rear axle, they were riding somewhere around in this area. But I'm going to crank this thing on out to right along there. I just heard the spring snap. So what happened is the tip of that S-cam just went into the spring. I heard it click into one of the notches of the spring. Now I'm going to back it back off. See? Now, see, I'm backing it back off, but that's as far as I can take it. So what is happening is the tip of this S-cam right there has then wedged itself between the springs, and it won't close back up. I noticed that this top brake seems to be worn a little bit more than the bottom brake, but that very tip of that S-cam, and I know some of you said shave that off or trim it off, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to find the right S-cam. I'm going to find the right S-cam, because you can see right there, and the only way I can really get that off of there, I had to come out here a minute ago, and I'm going to get a hammer and hammer this thing. Ow. See, now it dropped back down, way back down to there. So you can see what's happening is this S-cam, as it cranks around, and it ain't even quite in its original position. And I can show you, I can probably get the drum on it in that position that it's in right there. So I haven't touched anything right now at this point. I'm gonna put that right about there. See, the drum is on right there. So like some of you were saying, I believe one person made a comment, I should put the drum back on. Now I'm going to go back under there and adjust it again and crank it back down. So now I'm going to crank this thing back down till it locks up tight. Right there is where it's locking up, and I'm going to back it off 1/2 a turn. So theoretically, that's where the normal operating position of that brake would be at. I'm going to pull the drum back off. So you can see right here, the S-cam ain't got much more further, just a little bit more, and it'll be catching right back into that notch. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but there is scraping on the paint right here. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but you can see right under there, there's a lot of scraping going on that shaft. And that's the normal riding position right there. And I still have on the top of this brake shoe up here, I can see the little wear line where I probably got another 1/4 of an inch, and that's going to put that cam down there into that spring. And once that tip of that spring goes just a little bit further and gets past that first little notch, this S-cam will get hung up. Now they make another S-cam, like I've said in the past, that is thicker in this area right in here, between here and here, this cam, and it should be a little bit shorter out here on this outside edge, about this much. And so that's what I believe I have to find, is a S-cam that is the same length, same spline count, but a more aggressive cam in this area right in here. And I think that's what I need. So yeah, I'm pretty much done. I'm going to have to investigate this a little bit more. And I've gone right back to my original theory that these are the wrong S-cams. I don't care what the manufacturer says, the dealerships say, the mechanic shops say. I'm going with my own gut intuition. There is no way these are the right S-cams. There's just no way in hell you're going to convince me that these are the right S-cams. So